us. Yes, welcome to another week. Yes, but thank God. Yes, we're starting, another beautiful week again. Yes, we are done with the weekend break. So we're back again, on AUTOMEDICS. And we're here, to enlighten you about, various issues that affect your vehicles, to help you, optimize your knowledge. Yes, to know what avails in the automotive world. Yes, times are changing now, and you get to hear a whole lot. You get to see that things are no longer done the way they used to, they were, in the past, and we just need to keep upgrading and updating ourselves regarding this information. That is why we come your way every weekday, Mondays through Fridays on AUTOMEDICS, to enlighten you, take you to the classroom, and give you the best regarding auto trends. So my name is Aderonke, Irewole, and I'm your host this morning. Yes, we'll be taking you through lot of contents today on the show. So just implore you to keep it locked on because traffic reading 96.1 FM. Yesterday it's loaded. Yes, we have our 10 minutes lead assurance segment. I also have a lively segment just today, and also want you to start collating your questions. Let's know what bothers your mind. Let's know how we can help you resolve that car issue and how we can get the best regarding your auto health. Okay, so I have in the studio, as always, I have a senior auto expert here. Okay, I have Emmanuel. Yes, Emmanuel Davies is here in the building. Yes, it's also a senior auto expert, and we've got the Auto Amazon. Yes, I've got delectable, price and versatile Tokunbo Adegoju in the building. Yes, he's back from from a long leave. I don't know. Zafil actually gave her that leave of absence. It's just to go and gather some, gather some energy, and you get that from her voice when she speaks this morning. You can feel the vibe in her voice. So Tokunbo is back, bigger, better, more beautiful.
Why did you say long? How long was it? 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. A whole 2 weeks. Yes, off the mic. So it's nice having you back again, Tokunbo.
Thank you. Yes. Good morning.
All right. So welcome, Emmanuel. All right, so let's see this morning. Let's have the rundown of your addresses, and let's get to social media and just let us know how we can contact you. Yes,
right,
for further inquiries.
Good morning, Lagos, and everyone listening, tuning in from wherever it is you are listening in from. The following are a rundown of our different locations of our centers and their addresses. All right, we are situated at plot 192 Agege Motor Road off Ilupeju Bypass beside Crystal Estate, Ilupeju, Lagos. One of our centers situated at number 1 Amili Bus Stop opposite Petrocam Gas, Irewole. Also, you can find one of our centers inside the Corner Filling Station opposite Correctional Center, Durat, Abiola Way, Ikeja. All right, we have our social media handles of Facebook and Instagram, and the handles for each is at AUTOMEDICS Limited. So at AUTOMEDICS Limited Facebook and at AUTOMEDICS Limited Instagram, you will catch live updates and information that will serve you well. All right, for further inquiries and requests for purchase of products, we have our engine oil 5W30, 5W20 pre-mixed with Polytron. We have our branded oil filter, and we have a fully ceramic brake pads. For these and other amazing products and inquiries concerning training and others, you can reach us on the following lines: 070-6060-7494. That's 070-60-60-7494. Also, you can reach us on this other line: 080-80-6686. That's 080-80-66-86. Thank you.
Thank you, Emmanuel, for that information. So you can contact AUTOMEDICS. For vehicle components and other car consumables after the show if you need any of their service. Yeah, okay, back to you, Tokunbo Adegoju. Yes, so it's nice having you in the building.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to start taking our calls and our questions. Yes. After this time, let's go on a quick break. Yes. When we Come back. We're going to talk. We're going to discuss something that is trendy right about now. Stay with us. Welcome back. It's still AUTOMEDICS on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Don't forget you can join us on the show. You can send in your car questions. Send it to us on WhatsApp 009-9120-777, and you can also call into the studio on 091-538-77127. 091-538-77127. That is for voice calls only. And for WhatsApp, it's 009-9120-777 is also for WhatsApp only. Okay, you can also join us on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Yes, I promised to get into the classroom. I saw something over the weekend, and I thought the information had been debunked. But now it's coming up again. Yes, we got that about I think last year. Yes, it was also trendy on social media back then, and I thought people have actually talked about it, and they feel, well, it's not right. But now I still saw it over the weekend, and I was like, I think we should just bring it to the public. Let people know about this thing, so that even if they come across it, the usage of red oil in place of engine oil. And you see this video, and you see that these people, they will tell you they are mechanics, and they are trying to see if it works. And to them, they feel it's working. And I don't blame some people, because we are at a critical time now in Nigeria. A lot of people want to cut down on maybe the amount they spend on engine oil. Probably engine oil is expensive now. Yeah. And I think using red oil could be cheaper for them. And they just feel, well, it's a way of just being economical now. So now you are experts, and you deal with vehicles. I don't know. So I was just wondering, what's the chemical composition of red oil compared to engine oil? We know red oil now. So the woman that actually designed these vehicles, maybe because they didn't have access to red oil. Maybe that's why.
Are you sure?
No. Maybe they didn't discover red oil on time. That's why they actually introduced the engine oil. So no, we want to just get your own take.
Yes. Okay. One thing I remember growing up is was there's this time that maybe you have there is 1 inch that is really noisy in the house. Maybe a door inch, and you hear my grandma tell you, bring palm oil.
Yeah.
Let's put it on that inch.
Yes.
And you notice that creak, you won't hear it again. The door starts to move freely, and it's more like it's lubricated. But the truth is, this thing was used under a certain temperature. That's a room temperature. Okay. But in the engine, imagine you putting palm oil in the engine under a very high temperature, because the temperature of the engine is going to rise above room temperature. That means, and we know, for those of us that cook with palm oil, when you put palm oil under heat, it changes state. It becomes really bleach. At that time, if you touch it, it's no longer giving you that lubricating properties any longer. Yeah. So it's not going to lubricate anything in the engine at that time.
When it gets hot.
Yes. So the truth is, if you put palm oil in your engine, you're running the risk of having the engine knock. That's the truth. Because under high temperature, the engine, the palm oil does not give you any lubricating property any longer, and so the engine goes the risk of getting knocked. And you want to save on palm oil, on engine oil,
yes.
No problem. But at least you will not save on buying an engine. That's the truth. So it's better for one to not to be penny wise and pound foolish. Saying because engine oil is really expensive, and they say palm oil. Those are doing it. Did they give any video to that effect? They will just show you that they're pouring the palm oil
exactly,
in it.
and they will start the engine. They will not give the right sound
because it's running for a short time.
Okay,
over time it's not going to be the same thing.
Wow,
that's the truth. There will be a lot of wear in the engine, and there will be there's going to be a damage to that engine at the end of the day. That's the truth, because palm oil does not have lubricating properties under high temperature.
Yeah, somebody said something yesterday when we were watching the video, and the person said, okay, I looked at the car. He said it's a what's that? I've forgotten the brand of the car now. Okay, it's a Volkswagen. He said that, and he said it's a Volkswagen. So even if the engine knocks, you can always, you can always do away with it. He was just being sarcastic anyway. That why are you using, red oil in place of it? So Emmanuel, what's your take? What do you feel? Yes, Tokunbo has said a lot.
So yes, she said everything.
Yes, everything.
From that simple statement, at high temperature, which will always happen or occur in the engine, the state of the palm oil, the color will change, the lubricating property will change. Yes, and then another interesting thing is that the ability for it to withstand sludge too is just laughable, really.
It's laughable.
So please, people should just abstain from it.
Please abstain from it. Yes, this is coming from experts. Okay, we have a call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you. This is AUTOMEDICS.
Yes.
Hello? We can hear you. Go on. Hello? Okay, I think it's the network now, so we're going to find how to maybe clean that up. Please try to make it back to the studio if you can, and if not, you can send your question to us on Facebook, or you can send it on WhatsApp. 0915387712700991207777. So Tokunbo and Emmanuel, yes, they've given their own verdict as professionals in this industry, and I tell you, these professionals are they are what they are earning, and when they say anything, you can go and do your search, you can verify whatever they say. They're talking from experience now. Okay, so please, I just want you to just pay attention to whatever they say, on AUTOMEDICS. So let's take some questions. Let's take some updates from our managers. We have got some here, and don't forget we also have live studio infrastructure here where we can see most part of Lagos, and we can also advise you on how best to plan your journey. Okay, traffic report from Ugudu. Alakwere Axis. Yes, it's a good one from Motelala Bridge connecting Secretariat down to toll gates, and from toll gate on route to motorway or Jota Bridge down to Chinatown is a smooth journey. From Chinatown connecting Estate Alapore is slow and steady due to pedestrian crossing at Estate. Okay, from Estate Alapore connecting Ugudu, Ifako down to Car Wash is good to go. The return journey from Bagada Bridge and Olopomeji connecting Car Wash down to Telala Bridge is perfectly okay. Please make use of the pedestrian bridge now. It's an infraction for you to cross when you have a pedestrian bridge. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you.
My name is Kelly. Am I also AUTOMEDICS?
This is AUTOMEDICS.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
I drive a Toyota Camry, I think it's 2010 or so. But I have one issue. Every time I turn on the AC, when I'm driving and I turn on the AC, the temperature just goes and the car starts to overheat. But when I don't turn on the AC, it works fine. I don't know. I've changed the radiator cap, I've changed the radiator, I've tried to flush the radiator, I've done a lot of things. I don't understand what's going on.
Okay, you can listen from the radio.
Hello?
You can listen from the radio.
Okay.
All right. If if you have the vehicle's temperature going up when the AC comes on, he said he has changed the radiator cap. He has he has washed the radiator, and the problem is still there. Now, there's something I want you to observe, which is the fan. I think for Camrys, you would have 2 cooling fans. And so you want to know if the second fan comes on when the AC is on. If the second fan does not come on, yes, that could be the problem you're experiencing, and that's why the vehicle overheats with AC on. Another thing is the radiator, yes, could be washed, but how about the condenser? If the condenser is clogged, then the cooling fan will not be able to blow through the condenser, and that's why you would be experiencing this problem. I'm not also ruling out the fact that the fact that that cooling fan could be the likely cause of the problem, because if the cooling fan does not cool the system, the engine tends to overheat with AC on.
Okay. All right, let's take some questions from WhatsApp. I drive Honda Accord 2005. I ran a scan, and I got these codes. Code 1 P1121, P1121, and it says the throttle position sensor inputs lower than expected. The second code is P2185, P2185. Engine coolant temperature sensor 2 circuit high. Then number 3 code is P0511. P0511, idle air control circuit malfunction. The code is 8. Oh my god. Actually thought it's 4. Okay. And number 4 code is P0135. P0135, sensor heater circuit malfunction, bank 1, sensor 1. Next code P0113. P0113. It says intake air temperature circuit high input. 6 P0122. P0122. Throttle position sensor switch A circuit low input. The 7th code is P0102. P0102, mass or volume airflow circuit low input. And the man added, I don't know if it's a man or a woman. Okay. It says
P0102. That's the last code, right?
Yeah, that's the last code. It says, is there any of this code that can make my vehicle consume serious fuel? And what is the solution to this code? Is there any complaint of the catalyst, bad or not? Moreover, I noticed that when I start my vehicle in the morning, if I shake the steering, I'll be hearing a whining noise from the tire area as I'm shaking the steering.
Okay.
As it's shaking the steering, it gets to hear a whining noise from the tires. So, okay. Let's deal with the codes, right?
Okay, let's deal with the codes. Okay. For the first code, which is P1121, this says throttle position lower than expected, and the possible cause could be that is having a throttle position sensor faulty. The throttle position sensor is harness is open or shorted, and throttle position sensor is always mounted with the throttle body. And so, if he's experiencing a problem with the throttle position sensor, the throttle body might be malfunctioning. Okay. But he never mentioned that he's having it difficult to rev the vehicle, and so it might just be that the sensor is not getting signal at some point. Then the P2185 talking about the engine coolant temperature sensor 2 circuit high. And for this vehicle, the sensors 2 could be mounted on the radiator of the vehicle.
Okay.
So it's possible that he has changed the radiator before, and the radiator that was installed now, it didn't carry the sensor, and that's why the computer is complaining about the this sensor too, because I've seen a case like this before, and it's possible that the sensor too is just disconnected, maybe as a result of jobs that has been done around the radiator, and so it didn't have the sensor too connected. And it could also be that there is a damage to the sensor too, because of its location. Then for the third code,
the third code is idle air control solenoid.
What? P0?
P0511.
Okay.
Idle air control circuit malfunction. That's what I have here.
Yes, it's correct. Idle air control circuit malfunction, and it could be an issue with the valve, the idle air control valve. It has an auxiliary air control valve also.
Okay.
So if the wiring or the harness of that auxiliary air control valve is open or shorted, if there's an issue with the wiring, it could result to this code. Or if there's a faulty connection, that is the socket connecting either the idle control valve or if it's the auxiliary air control valve, whichever it's particularly using, yes, it will result to this fault code.
And it has a P0113 intake air temperature circuit high input. Now, the reason why I skipped the auto sensor related code, it's because I want to focus. Though the auto sensor, Emmanuel would help check that P0135 or the P0113, which is the intake air temperature circuit high. It's talking about the a sensor that is mounted on the air filter duct. Now, this sensor is always mounted with the MAF sensor. And I want to say we have a code relating to MAF sensor also, which is P0102. Now, this sensor will cause the vehicle to consume fuel if it's faulty. Because he mentioned that if there is any of these codes that is relating to fuel consumption. Now, if it has a bad MAF sensor, the vehicle is going to consume some amount of fuel.
Okay.
Now, the truth is, you don't just go and replace the sensor. First, take a look at the air filter of the vehicle. If the air filter is really dirty, the computer is going to complain about the MAF sensor. And a very dirty air filter will cause the vehicle to consume some reasonable amount of fuel. So you want to take a look at the air filter first, and if the air filter is fine, then you might have to replace the MAF sensor and the intake air temperature sensor. They are a unit. So once you replace the sensor, both sensors should have the fault code cleared. And for the last code, the P0122, it's talking about the throttle position sensor, switch A low circuit. Switch A, circuit low input. Now, the computer has also complained about the idle air control valve, and it's also mounted with the throttle position with the throttle body. So if the throttle body is dirty, that might be the reason why you have computer complaining about all of this fault codes. But it also could be that the throttle body is failing, and that's why you have this fault code being put out by the computer. So you want to do a throttle body service first. If that does not resolve the problem, then you might likely replace the throttle body of the vehicle. And the last code, which is the
P0135, that's the auto sensor heater circuit malfunction bank 1 sensor 1, also referred to as the air fuel ratio sensor. All right. Yes. So it could be that the sensor itself is bad, but like we have been noticing, this could be a symptom of the underlying issue. We have seen two faults already related to throttle body, and the other one related to the air induction system. So it needs to carry out the service prescribed, and then when that is done and the car is rescanned, some of this problem like this auto sensor still comes up, then you will need to now consider having the sensor changed. Also checking the wiring, but majorly having the sensor changed. The auto sensor for bank 1 sensor 1.
Okay. So we've completely dealt with all the calls, right?
Yes.
Okay, we have a call. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Yes, hello. I'm calling back. I called earlier.
Yeah, okay.
I had the fan changed, Tokunbo. I also changed the fan. It has 2 fans.
Yes.
So I changed the 2 fans, and I'm still having that issue.
you're still experiencing the overheating, and it's only when the AC is on. When you go on high speed, does the vehicle overheat?
I didn't get that.
When you go on high speed without the AC on, does the vehicle overheat? Hello?
Are you still there?
Hello?
Okay, I think we lost this caller. Please try to make it back. We just send us a WhatsApp message. And also live on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Okay, so before we continue with questions, let's take some updates and let's see what we have from our live screen in the studio. All right, on Ikorodu Road, I see, yes, those trying to connect from Maryland. Yes, it was Mobology Bank Anthony. Yes, it's a good one. You know, it's just a bit of slowness because of traffic light alternating there. So you just have to pay attention to that and drive with caution. So it's good on that stretch. No impediment cited whatsoever. Okay, and also Papa Oshodi Expressway is also good. Yes, for those trying to connect Anthony. Yes, and also on the return journey we have it good. Okay, yes, those connecting from Anthony, yes, it was a Bagada stretch is a good one as well. All right, if I could also, if I could connect in the Third Milan Bridge is a good one. No cause for worries. Yes, but on the return journey, don't forget that Third Milan Bridge is not open now for those trying to connect the island. Yes, from mainland. From the mainland, you cannot access the Third Milan Bridge now, not miss about 12 million. Okay. And away from there, let's see what we've got. Yes, from New Garage, yes, connecting Ojota. It's a good one, no cause for worries. And also those who are trying to connect Kudrata Biola Way, yes, and Oregon, we have it good as well. The return journey is also good. Yes, from Clay, connecting Ojota and Irewole, Maryland is also good. Just ensure you drive with caution. Okay, on the Ikorodu Road, we have it good. Yes, precisely at Anthony. Okay, it's good on that stretch, but there's a slow movement there. There's still too high inflows. Yes, on Ikorodu Road, yes, Anthony is trying to connect D-Roku. We have it, okay, good, but it's just a bit of slowness. There's still lots and lots of vehicles flying that route. So just ensure you keep it within speed limit and cooperate with all of our traffic managers. Yes, okay, away from there also, let's see. Okay, Anthony trying to connect Bagada Loop. Okay, we have it good as well. Just ensure, yes, you maintain all of, maintain lane discipline as you drive. All right, yes, Bagada stretch as phase 2, connecting Third Milan Bridge is good, and also on the return journey, yes, Bagada connecting Charlie Boy is good. Yeah, everything is still cool and calm in most of these areas. Just ensure you'll be all traffic laws as you drive. All right, traffic managers, and I also need you to give me updates. Let's know what's going on wherever you are located. Keep me posted. Let's know what's going on in your area. Okay, now back to AUTOMEDICS. This person says, I asked that, I said I was hearing a whining noise if I shake the steering. That's the person that sent.
Okay, that sent the fault codes.
Yes.
It could be experiencing the whining noise from the power steering pump. I didn't mention what side of the vehicle it experienced this noise, but it could be that this power steering pump is failing, and that's why he's hearing this whining noise whenever he tries to turn the steering.
Okay. All right, let's go on a break right now. And when we return, we'll be taking our 10 minutes midway assurance segment. Yes, we want to talk about tires today. So please keep it locked on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. AUTOMEDICS today, we want to beam our searchlight on the importance of tires. You might not realize it, but the importance of tires cannot be overstated. They not only provide traction and grip, but also affect your vehicle's handling, braking, and overall performance. Choosing the right tires can significantly enhance your driving experience, providing better fuel efficiency, a smoother ride, and improved safety. But it doesn't stop there. Taking care of them will not only save you money in the long run, but more importantly, it keeps you and your passengers safe on the road. Before we go further, let's take a message from the sponsor of this segment, Leadway Assurance.
Larry, do you promise to take this tear rubber SUV with a V8 engine and 0 mileage to be my baby, to drive from this day forward, and full tank and fuel scarcity, to love and cherish and protect it with the Leadway Motor Insurance? If you love your car, show it. Visit auto.leadway.com to get your motor insurance in 2 minutes. Leadway Assurance, ensuring happiness since 1970.
What role do vehicle tires play?
Thank you very much. So apart from being the components in the vehicle that help us with motion, vehicle tires do the following, but they are not just limited to it. They help with support and the load bearing of the vehicle, all right, for while on motion. Also, they help with traction, and traction means the grip or the contact of the car with the road.
Yeah.
So, and then in the process of providing traction, interestingly, they contribute to shock absorption, because there are so many vibrating parts in the vehicle, like our engine, all right, even the car itself,
okay,
the process of moving, of motion. So it helps with shock absorption. It helps with handling, that is the stability of the car, especially when it comes to things like steering the vehicle, and then also with braking, because if we that's why as we go on in discourse, we'll find out that there are different types of tires,
yes,
how to consider the different types, and the certain maintenance actions to carry out, because they are not just to move us from point A to point, assist in the movement of our vehicles, all right? So those things that we'll be discussing are important, because tires help in braking, they help in handling, as I've said, they help in shock absorption, they also help in fuel efficiency. There are certain tires called every tire has a rating for what's called the low rolling resistance, all right, and things like the tread depth. All those things come hand in hand to help reduce the energy consumption on the engine, and thereby also reducing fuel efficiency.
Okay, and now
increasing fuel efficiency. I beg your pardon.
Yeah. Okay. What are the different types of vehicle tires available?
Thank you very much. So the different types of vehicle tire are classified based on climates, all right, where these vehicles are driven, based on the types of vehicles and their purpose. So we have what we call the all-season tires, that are at least for a long period of time, they can adapt to different terrains and different seasons. Then we have the winter snow tires that are designed for those climate conditions where they are susceptible to winter and snow. We have the all-terrain vehicles. Some still, the all-terrain vehicles are almost synonymous to the all-season. Yeah, but so we have the off-road tires, all right. We see all those ones in our heavy-duty trucks. Okay. They are very good for off-road road conditions. Yeah. Yes, we have touring tires. These are tires that are for vehicles that are used for long commuting, traveling, touring. Yes, so they are touring tires. We have the flat run flat tires. These are tires that have been designed such a way that when the tire comes across a puncture or a leak, it can still the ride can still be sustained at least to a nearest region. Then we have a particular type of tire that is called the low rolling resistance tires. These are often featured in hybrid and electric vehicles to help to maximize the range, as they depend also on the issues of an additional energy source, battery source, and all that. Yes, so these are a few of many other types of vehicle tires that we have.
Okay, so now let's talk about the factors that a vehicle owner should consider when selecting the right vehicle tires.
Yes, so you should consider the particular driving condition that the car is undertaking. Okay. All right, that should influence your choice of tire. If you are getting a tire for maybe what we call a multipurpose vehicle, Sienna, for a family car, it has its specification different from the normal sedan Corolla, Toyota Corolla, for example, is sedan cars, saloon cars, or if it's an SUV vehicle. All right. Then also bearing that in mind, the type of vehicles, like I've mentioned, the different types, body styles of vehicle, they also come with their tire specification, what they call the radius or the radial length of the tire, and other parameters, attributed to the tire. Then also the tread pattern and the tread depth too. All right, because if we go for a tire, the process of purchasing a tire, we get for one that doesn't have sufficient or recommended tread depth, and the pattern is not befitting for the type of journey you want to embark on, it will affect how long you use that tire for, and even affect your ride using that tire. Later on, we'll talk about things to do, to prolong the life. There's something called the tread depth gauge, or a penny. When you put like a coin, you run it through the lines. That's what we call the tread depth of the tires. So also choosing quality tires, all right, is very important. Yes, whatever the economy is, like we have said earlier on the show, for a different scenario, we should be careful that we are not penny wise and pound foolish. All right, no matter how much we try to negotiate or subsidize getting the right kind of tires, it will affect our driving experience, and how long we get to use those tires in the long run. So these are amongst many other things that our listeners should be very conversant with when making decisions to get new tires.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, talking about tread patterns, are there specific vehicles or specific patterns designed for some class of cars?
Okay, so
because sometimes when you see some tires, I personally, when I see some tires, I just love the patterns, and I wish, I can use this kind of tire because they actually come out, attractive, and they look, maybe should I say they look more of high quality or something? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So
tread patterns, yes, however attractive they are there for a purpose. Most off-road vehicles have very rugged, rigid tread patterns.
Okay.
All right, for proper grip of that particular road terrain. Also, winter and snow vehicles have their peculiar tread pattern, varying from manufacturer to another. However, what should be key is the tread. That tread pattern is very important.
Okay.
That is depending on the type of car and the type of terrain you'll be driving that vehicle on.
Okay.
But also the tread depth. All right, the tread depth is very, especially in a particular circumstance where people get fairly used tires.
Yeah.
All right, the tread depth should be the manufacturer specification or close to it as possible. That will indicate how long you will get to use that tire and how well it will serve you.
All right, because of our time, let's quickly touch on some essential tips for maintaining and prolonging the lifespan of vehicles.
Yes, quickly, proper inflation. We keep saying that we should avoid underinflation, and especially the one that is peculiar to our clients is overinflation. All right, overinflation increases the wear and tear of the vehicle.
Okay.
All right, and then thereby how long you use it. The entire rotation Tire rotation helps to even out the wear of all the tires.
Okay.
Yes. Then I've spoken about regular inspection of our tires, checking the tread depth from time to time. All right. And yes, and then interestingly, also ensuring that we do periodic wheel alignment and balancing. Yes, it's very important. It helps the longevity of tires. It also helps our stability when commuting, when using our vehicles on the road. But yes, as pertaining to tires, it also affects wear and tear, uneven wear. It preserves it from uneven wear and tear, and then also increases how long we get to use our tires.
All right, thank you so much, Emmanuel Davies.
Thank you.
Yes, for joining us on this segment, and also Tokunbo Adegoju. Yes, even though she has decided to just remain silent and allow Emmanuel to do the job. No problem. Yes, I knew we were together. You're the boss here. Yeah, thank you, Emmanuel. That's quite educative and quite informative as well. On this note, we've come to the end of another 10 minutes leadway assurance segment on AUTOMEDICS. Now, do not forget that Leadway Assurance has the Happy Plan, which is a robust plan. It has thought of all your needs and with home premium covers, household building or contents-based coverage, motor mandatory rider, personal accidents mandatory rider, and the legal occupiers liability mandatory rider. It has the silver, gold, and platinum covers, all with awesome features. You can reach out to us on our website, www.leadway.com, or call us on 01-2800-700 or 01-2800-701. Thanks for listening. Till next time, I say goodbye.
Larry, do you promise to take this tear?
To check the manufacturer specification. You need to be weary of overinflation, underinflation. Yes, you just have to take cognizance of all of this before you get your tires. Don't just go there and just get any type of tire. Okay, so we're back. Yes, AUTOMEDICS, and we talk about your vehicles here. We have a call, but let's quickly take this call before we give Abike the mic. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Yeah, I just want to know if AUTOMEDICS can sell Tokunbo cars.
AUTOMEDICS
Can do what?
If they sell Tokunbo cars.
No, we don't.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for calling. Yes, AUTOMEDICS does not sell Tokunbo cars, but it can help you with inspection if you just got a Tokunbo car and you want somebody to go with you, to help you maybe run the diagnosis, check the vehicle. Yes, I think that's what they can do. All right, yes, it's last segment on AUTOMEDICS. So, and I've got Abike Awojobi in the building. So I said last week, said I should stop announcing Abike's name, that sometimes she doesn't show up, Unfortunately that day, it was nonsense that came on air, and I'd already announced Abike's name. So
I was here.
She was here, but she was not in the studio. But now we have Abike Awojobi in the studio. She's the corporate communications manager for Lalvis, and we are wishing her happy birthday in arrears. Her birthday was on Saturday, and she's looking Beautiful, extra beautiful this morning. Yes, I'm sure she's looking like a birthday girl. So it doesn't matter even if it's on Saturday. Yes, we're still in the mood. So and I believe you got some cakes for us. So good morning to you, Abike. Yes, welcome to the show. Are you blushing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing? Happy weekend. How was the weekend, sorry?
Yeah, it was
Happy
fine.
New Week.
Yes, and I think
morning,
yours was
Good
really
morning.
beautiful. Yeah, it is written all over you. Yes, we can feel the vibe. Yes, today we're talking about the mission.
Yes, before we get to that, so I just want to address what he said earlier when you mentioned something about car tires, tread depth and all. So just to remind the questions that tires are part of what we check at our inspection centers and lagways, and the recommended tread depth for tire check is 1.6 mm. Okay, so for any tire to pass the inspection test, it has to be at least 1.6
mm.
Yes,
at least. All right. Okay, so now let's set the ball rolling. Let's talk about emission issues. Yes, this is what we get every day. We see a lot of vehicles on our roads. We see them emitting all manner of smoke here and there. And unfortunately, Lagos has not been able to impound any of those vehicles. And they've not also and they've not also been able to enforce the law of emission now. Yes, even if people fail the test at Lagos, you don't impound. Yeah. But then, how do you monitor these things? How do you ensure that, vehicle owners, after they fail their test, or even if they didn't fail the test, yes, if you just give them that pardon, how do you ensure that they eventually fix that problem? Yeah.
Yes, you've asked the right question, and I'm sure that that's what so many people too would want to know, what we do after an emission test. Yes, as rightly said, if your vehicle should fail the emission test, it is not a reason for your vehicle not to pass the inspection. However, like I keep saying, we are more into advocating for a more responsible behavior from motorists. So we know that so many people are quite ignorant about the effects of emission. In the environment. So many people are quite ignorant. So some people just think it's not just a matter of gas. After all, some might even say that generators, they're also emitting gases into the environment, and nobody is saying anything. So why all the attention, or why the focus on vehicle owners and all? But we want to, as part of our own mandate too, not just inspecting the vehicles, but letting the citizens, letting vehicle owners to know the dangers associated with emission in the environment. We will keep advocating. We will let them know. And this is why we are here this morning, to make them know certain things that they might not know when it comes to the issue of emission. So the more they know, the more we believe that they're going to adopt a more responsible behavior.
So now let's talk about the impacts of emission on our health. On our health, yes, on the environment.
So yes, the last time we spoke about this, I mentioned the fact that when you see some vehicles with the smoke, with the gases coming out from their vehicles, sometimes it hinders visibility. And with that, it might likely even cause an accident for someone who is trying to clear his eyes, adjust his eyes to the smoke, and to move forward might be a challenge for him. So for the environment, of course, we are looking at the fact that it is going to cause a whole lot of health issues for so many people. We look at health issues such as lung issues, respiratory issues. Some people have pneumonia. In rare cases, as some of these gases also be linked to serious cases like cancer. So when we tell people the need for them to actually check their vehicle, or to ensure that the emission, the gases are quite regulated. Okay, so basically when we test for emission, we're looking at the hydrocarbons, the carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, and all of these, they have their own regulated limits that should be in any vehicle at any time. For example, your carbon monoxide should not be more than 2.3 gram per kilometer.
Okay.
Then for hydrocarbons, 0.2 gram per kilometer, and for nitrogen oxide, 0.15 gram per kilometer. So when you are having an excess of this, then it means that your vehicle is constituting a nuisance to the environment. So we will let you know.
We need to take down these figures.
Yes,
exactly.
So when if the vehicle comes for an inspection, if the vehicle is presented at any of our test centers for an inspection, of course you will get these figures down depending on what the values are.
Okay.
And of course, the machine we use is automated.
Exactly.
So it is not subjective, it's quite objective. So it is what it is. That is what you will get.
Exactly. So it's always accurate. And there's nothing you can do. You can't manipulate anything. You can't manipulate the result.
You can't.
So it gives you exactly what it is there.
Yes.
So now, what do emission standards set by governments primarily focus on regulating? Yes, it focuses on regulating the emission control, and just like the figures you have given out now.
Yes.
Exactly.
The carbon monoxide, the nitrogen oxide, and the hydrocarbons.
Okay, so besides reducing air pollution, what additional environmental benefit do emission tests contribute to?
Reduce global warming effects.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you said, some would know that there's a whole lot of talk, yes, about the ozone layer, talking about a lot of accelerated climate change, a lot of things that, for example, sometimes the weather is not the way it used to be, as it was, and also the fact that the ozone layer has been depleted and all that. So some of the advantages you will get when everybody adopts a more holistic emission control is that we are going to reduce global warming, at least to a very large extent. And like someone would say that, or someone once said that this does not belong to just one person. It belongs to each and every one of us.
Yes, it
so
belongs
if
to
you
everyone.
think that your actions, is primarily just you're going to bear the consequences, that's a lie. Whatever you do, every other person is going to affect every other person. So we are looking at it. We're looking at a time when everybody will be able to put their hands together. Okay, so let's fight this battle of environmental pollution that is caused by vehicles emitting these dangerous gases. So that's the mandate, and we want everybody to also come on board and do their own little bit.
Yes, Abike, I would have loved us to actually talk about the regulatory agencies, that are responsible for setting emission standards in Lagos State, but time will not permit us to do that. So
we'll talk that
on Wednesday. We'll continue on Wednesday, God willing. So now, before we let you go, kindly share with us your social media handles and your contact.
Okay, so across all social media platforms, Facebook, X, and Instagram, the handle is @officiallagvis. And for now, you can send us a WhatsApp message, strictly WhatsApp message on 081-80003426. I take that again, 081-80003426.
All right, thank you so much, Abike Awojobi. Yes, she is the Corporate Communications Manager for Lagos Computerized Vehicle Inspection Service. Thank you for coming on the show, Abike.
Thank you so much.
Tokunbo Adegoju and Emmanuel Davies, thank you also for joining us today on AUTOMEDICS.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
Helping us resolve our car issues. So we would like to appreciate our social media team. Thank you so much, Adegoju and Emmanuel, and his team. Yes, you quite appreciated. Hotel Victor, yes, I hear you. And our executive producer, Tayo Akunle. Thank you so much, sir. My name is Aderonke Irewole. The show makes a return tomorrow. Apologies for those who are trying to call in, and we cannot take your calls anymore, and we cannot answer any of your questions. We'll continue from here tomorrow. Until then, have a